What's up guys, and welcome to episode number 142 of Career Mode, and we start today's episode off with a home game against Leicester City. Now with 2 games remaining in the Premier League, you would have seen a couple episodes ago what the table looked like. 2 games remaining, 4 points clear, but anything could happen. If we won this game, then really we would be looking at Premier League survival no matter what. But after the weekend's fixtures, I forgot to look at the table to see how the other teams did, because obviously losing this game and we could only be 1 point safe, so it was going to be a very big game for us really. We rested most of the side because obviously we had so many players unfit after that FA Cup loss to Liverpool, but it just wasn't falling for us in this game. It's basically been like this ever since I took over at Sunderland. Every single shot just somehow would not cross the line no matter how hard we tried. But Leicester City, who are already safe, were playing some nice football here. Traore down the left hand side against El Mohammadi, eventually plays the ball back to Sequeira. Sequeira plays it to Matute as Lewis picks up the ball and shoots, and it hits the post, and the ball is then put in by Danny Drinkwater on the stroke of half time. And oh man, just absolutely gutting. Nothing was falling for us in this game. It was all going Leicester's way, but just after half time, Fernandes finds Catamol here. He finds Danny Pacheco. Pacheco turns around his man. Lovely turn from Danny Pacheco. He crosses the ball in. There's Lee Catamol. It's headed back to Mitchell. Mitchell takes control of the ball, shoots. Good save by the goalkeeper, and how about this for a finish from Danny Pacheco? Tight angle, under pressure. Kameni getting back to his goal, but an absolutely fantastic finish by the centre forward to make it Sunderland 1, Leicester 1, which is how the game finished. So I didn't know whether this was a bad result or not, to be honest. At first I was thinking, oh man, this could put us right back in the mix, but then I thought, well, we were 4 points clear, so you know, depending on how results went, we could have already been safe. So I didn't know how that result was going to affect the table come the final whistle. And as you'll see in just a moment, as we reject most of these players from the scout report, God, it's so frustrating, man, seeing these scouts now. It's so annoying because we used to pick up such world-class players. Now we pick up such average ones. But anyway, here is the league table. Of course, at the top, Liverpool and Spurs are tied on 81 points. We could actually decide where the title goes because we play Liverpool in our next and final game of the season. But there it is. We're 2 points clear with 1 game to go, so we could still be getting relegated if both Wolves and Swansea win their games. Swansea have got Stoke, Wolves have got Leicester, I think it is. If they win those games and we lose to Liverpool, which you know isn't a surprising result, we could be getting relegated. Well, we would be getting relegated, so still we had to at least pick up a point in this game to make sure we would be safe really. We couldn't rely on other teams. We had to at least get a point in this game in a nervy final day here at the Stadium of Light. Like I said, we could still decide where the title goes, but here's the Andros Townsend here in the first minute, finding James McLean. His shot is well saved by David De Gea at the near post, and I was thinking, wow, if we carry on like this for the whole 90 minutes, we should easily be staying up here. But here was Dede picking up the ball and finding Adam Johnson. Johnson gets past Kurt Zouma here, and the referee gives a penalty after the shirt pull. Penalty to Sunderland. Kurt Zouma, Luke Shaw, they were all furious at the penalty decision, but it was given. Kurt Zouma got a booking as well, and like I said, we could stop Liverpool from winning the title, so that would be a doubly sweet end of season victory for us. But JJ against his former club puts the ball into the back of the net just 4 minutes in. Absolutely awesome. And like I said, I was looking at the game at the Emirates to see whether Spurs would win their game, but Arnold Chevalier scored for Liverpool. Of course, we had to lose this game really if we were going to get relegated, so we felt we were basically safe anyway. But here was Bale crossing the ball in, and Sebastian Coates, or Sebastian Coates, who's been poor ever since I came in. Well, he's a hero of this career mode now because he injured Arnold Chevalier. We're so pleased to see that happen. Chevalier picks up an injury and he is out for the rest of the game. But I was also relying on other results as well. You see Swansea losing to Stoke there, so the pressure was off in the second half really. We knew we were basically going to be safe, but JJ scored this goal here to completely make sure. Fantastic finish by JJ. Liverpool were pressing for that equaliser here just a few minutes after. Nathan Redmond ends up playing the ball into Azpilicueta. He finds Yunus Belanda. His shot takes a deflection. It's saved by Mignolet, but there is Samuel Valbuena off the bench to making it 2-2. But that's how the the game finishes, that draw meant that we were safe, so we will be staying in the Premier League for another season. Like I say, we were basically safe anyway, but it was still going to be a nervous final day regardless. But we are safe, we stay in the Premier League, and also it's a double sweet draw for us, because that draw with Liverpool means that Spurs win the league. So Liverpool fail to win the title on the final day. That is fantastic. That is brilliant for us, of course, because now Liverpool used to be the team we would support in this career mode. Now they're our rivals, really. So Liverpool lose out on the final day, and it's us that stopped them from winning the title. How nice is that? But there you see, Wolves, Southampton and Hull go down, and we stay up, and we also climb to 15th place. So that is very nice indeed. So 15th is our final position, and we stay up into the Premiership for another year. But here you see a Youth Squad monthly report and also a squad report. And you'll also see us start the World Cup campaign off at the end of this episode as well, because obviously we are managing South Korea in Russia 2018. So of course with Brazil 2014, we ended up getting knocked out in the semi-finals, and then actually beat Russia in the 3rd and 4th place playoff for a 3rd place finish in Brazil 2014. Yeah, that's right. With South Korea, so we were looking to go one step further with South Korea and actually get to the final this year in Russia. But as you see us just ending the season here with the squad report. I don't think I show that again for the rest of the season, so that's the final squad report. And yeah, you will be seeing a lot of those players move on at the start of next season. But this is the squad I chose for the World Cup tournament. It's significantly worse than the side we had. Excuse me. It's significantly worse than the side we had in Brazil 2014. We haven't really replaced the players such as Park Ji-sung, really. You know, the good players we had for that World Cup, we haven't really replaced those players. So I was feeling very pessimistic when I looked at the group we were drawn in. France, Austria and Egypt. Obviously France were probably going to batter us in the opening game, and I wasn't feeling very confident about Austria and Egypt as well, because Austria has some fantastic players such as David Alaba, and Egypt has some pretty good players as well. But France were determined to make sure no matter what happens we wouldn't go through by injuring our only standout player. Son gets injured here. We're so frustrated. What a crucial injury that is, and he will miss, I think it's both of the games we have against Egypt and Austria. But Lee Yong-jae almost scored there. Fantastic save by Hugo Lloris. I felt we had to win this game, really. I felt we had to win this. Drawing wouldn't be enough, and obviously losing would really put us under pressure. But also Sim got a bad injury as well. He's going to be out for 3 months, so 2 injuries to our 2 good players in the first game, in the first half. How frustrating is that? But France, with just 22 minutes to go, scored here. Gael Kakuta, fantastic finish past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0 to France, and then Maxime Gonlons with 7 minutes to go made it 2-0. So that was 2-0 to France, and the game was basically done there. We didn't have many chances apart from that Lee Yong-jae shot, which was saved by Lloris. So 2-0 to France, and that put us basically under pressure from the first game done in the World Cup. We had to beat Austria and Egypt, really, if we were going to qualify, and I was very frustrated. But yeah, he see the 2 players injured. OK Sim's going to be out for 3 months. He's our best right back, and Son is going to be out for 8 days, but that is basically against Egypt and Austria, because he won't be fully recovered by the time the Egypt game comes around. But yeah, against Austria, we felt we had to win this game, really. A draw wouldn't really be enough, so we felt we had to get a win in this game against Austria, and we had a chance here just 29 minutes in. Lee down the right hand side, brilliant dribbling by Chung Young Lee, crosses the ball in, and there is Kim Shin-wook. I recalled him for this game. Thought I'd try 3-4-3, see how it'd do, the big 6'5" man up front, and he got us a crucial goal. As things stood in the 90th minute, it looked like it was going to be a fantastic result for us. But Austria came through here and we just couldn't hold on. It was so frustrating in injury time. Basically the last, well, I was going to say kick of the game, last header of the game, Harnik puts the ball into the empty net and it's Austria 1, South Korea 1. I was so frustrated about that, man. We were so close to claiming a crucial win, and that result basically meant in this game against Egypt, if we didn't win, we had to win by a lot of goals. Or else we would be going out because of how France and Austria were set up in the table. And if they drew that game, we would be out regardless. It finished 0-0. I didn't bother showing highlights. There was nothing in the game. It was that boring. And as you'll see in the league table, the group table I should say, we go out with 0 wins in the World Cup. Absolutely embarrassing as hell. And we'll need to improve in 4 years' time. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you could leave a like on this, it really does help my channel out and it's much appreciated. And I'll see you for the next video very soon.